Before we do start this video about Barcelona's brand new front three, I want to talk about two different things. Point number one, it has already been agreed, according to Rack 1, that Hansi Flick is already completing the deal with Barcelona to extend until 2027. Barcelona would like to sign a even longer contract with him, but Flick wants to go year by year, 2027, and then evaluate. When his experience at Barcelona ends, he will retire as coach, which is crazy to me because you would assume that Hansi Flick is a young coach because not too long ago, he started as a first-team manager with Bayern Munich, which was back in 2019. It was really like 6 to 7 years ago, and already we're talking about Hansi Flick retiring from coaching after FC Barcelona. Like, bro, Hansi Flick better stay at Barcelona for the next 4 to 5 years. I believe that because of this, it does give me the feeling that Flick is going to want to stay at Barcelona longer than expected, because if he's really going to commit to retiring after he does coach Barcelona, it's going to be a farewell for him, and hopefully he ends up leaving Barcelona as a legend next to Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola, and many more. Point number two, there has been early discussions over the possibility of Inter Miami and Barcelona playing a friendly at the brand new Camp Nou, because right now it has been said that they're like 75% done with the stadium. So once the renovations is complete, they want to make that happen. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Messi in a Inter Miami shirt playing against FC Barcelona? It would be one of the best games ever. Not because like sportingly it's going to be very 50-50, because I think that Barcelona is going to dismantle Inter Miami like 10-0, but it's just for vibes. It would be great to see Messi back in Barcelona and next to our players. So now that we do have that out the way, I do want to speak about Barcelona's brand new front three, which is Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, and Raphinha. Barcelona's front three might not have Messi, Neymar, and Suarez, because the last time we had such a definitive front three was back in 2015, 16, and 17. It was Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. Ever since then, post 2017, we have been unable to replicate it because Coutinho never worked out, Antoine Griezmann never worked out, Dembélé never worked out. It was a mess. But with Yamal, Raphinha, and Lewandowski, we are on track to achieve the exact same legendary status. When Hansi Flick joined FC Barcelona, many questioned if his pragmatic, dynamic style could coexist with Barcelona's legendary tiki-taka philosophy. Fast forward to today, the answer is clearer than ever. Flick earlier in the press conference for the match against Leganés did highlight the strengths of this approach by emphasizing family, unity, and hard work, and above long-term contracts. He believes that the reason why this team is so successful and because we can play high risk and get the high reward is because we believe, right? It's because we work hard. It's because we see each other as family. He also stated, I have a team with a lot of potential. Step by step, I want to finish my work here on a high note. And so because of this family atmosphere, the unity, the hard work, like he did explain, this does translate towards us seeing success in the front three. Unlike the iconic MSN trio, Lewandowski, Yamal, and Raphinha excel by operating across vast distances, creating unpredictability. For example, I want to talk about the goal that they have scored against Dortmund, which was Lewandowski's second goal. If you watch closely in that second goal for Lewandowski, Yamal immediately does pick up Fermin Lopez with a great pass. Raphinha drags defenders wide, and then Lewandowski moves silently, centrally, positioning himself perfectly, and that goal was just inevitable, right? This is going to be a short clip on what that looked like. Each player within this front three has its own individual strengths, and Hansi Flick just amplifies it. Lewandowski thrives by moving through space and occupying space. He's very intelligent on that, constantly thriving to find the perfect scoring position. His instinct is unmatched. As for Lamine Yamal, Yamal does combine flair of Neymar and also with the pinpoint passing that he does very much like his idol. It is essential to Barcelona's rapid counters. As for Raphinha, Raphinha brings the tireless energy, creating space, constantly stretching defenses wide. He is amazing. Now, why does this style work so well? Barcelona's current attacking method prioritizes speed, directness, and wide positioning. We have seen multiple examples of this through the season, and it forces opponents into chaos. Going back to that goal against Atalanta, Lewandowski drops deep, Raphinha sprints wide, Lamine Yamal exploits open spaces, and it's a goal. There was a goal against Bayern Munich that we have scored, also showing Lamine Yamal's vision combined with Raphinha's pace. It equals ruthless, lethal results. I really do think, and this is just my own opinion, but I really do think that Barcelona's attacking style is much better when we see Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Raphinha spread out to wide. Like I'm talking about going up and running into their own respective spaces. As with the MSN needed to be close to really prioritize goal scoring opportunities. And we also have to talk about the midfield synergy, because dude, like Pedri is just one hell of a player. The reason why Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal work out so well is because Pedri is the one that brings the ball to the final third. And also Pedri and Fermin Lopez exploit those open spaces that Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, and Raphinha do build. So if it's not the front three, Pedri or Fermin Lopez occupy those open spaces and score the goals themselves. And so like this trio that we have right now, not only do they look out for themselves, but they look out for their midfielders, right? To the players behind them. This is the reason why Pedri and Fermin Lopez have been so much more consistent in terms of assisting and scoring goals. Defenders are constantly stretched, struggling to cope with Barcelona's unpredictable runs. Anybody can score in this team. It's not just the front three, but this front three makes the midfielders to get into great goal scoring opportunities, and the midfielders create the goal scoring opportunities for the front three. It's beautiful. Now here's going to be a very important conversation I wanted to have with you guys. We all know that Lewandowski is 36, and of course age is just a number. He's more athletic than ever before. It does not look like he's going to be dying down anytime soon. Next season is probably going to be the same thing, but we also have to keep in mind that anything can happen at any moment. Lewandowski can get injured at any moment, and I do think that there is only about 2 more seasons left with Lewandowski. I really do think that this is going to be it right here, these next 2 months of this season, and then the following one. But then after that, past the summer of 2026, Barcelona have to have a very good idea on who should be the replacement of Lewandowski. And so yes, this trio that we have right now, it's only going to last for 2 seasons. Unfortunately, I would have loved to see Lewandowski at 30 years old in his prime with Lamine Yamal today and Raphinha, but it is what it is. And I do think that Barcelona, Joan Laporta, have to be very well prepared to think ahead. And I do think that in my own opinion, okay, I'm not saying that this is some hidden news or facts or any truth to this, but I really do think that Barcelona should consider Julian Alvarez to replace Lewandowski in the summer of 2026. It would be great to see Julian come in the summer of 2025, but it doesn't make any sense for a player like Julian to go to a team like Atletico Madrid, spend 1 season there, and then move somewhere else. I will give it until the summer of 2026 because his combination of creative intelligence, relentless pressing mirrors players like Tevez and Agüero, and we need players like that, and that would definitely help in Barcelona's high pressing, high attacking system. Alvarez is the type of player who elevates the entire squad, linking up play seamlessly between the midfield and the attack. With Alvarez's energy and tactical versatility, Barcelona's attack could evolve even further, maintaining their elite status in Europe. Keep in mind that Alvarez is not like 20, 21 years old. He is 24 or 25. He's in his mid-20s. So getting him now within these next 2 or 3 years would make the most sense. So in the end, this is going to be the biggest question. Can Flick's tactical evolution truly surpass Barcelona's golden era that we saw 10 years ago? We're going to have to stick around because what comes next could really redefine football history, especially with the talks of renewing his contract. Data does show us that he's only going to be here for 3 years. But if things go really well, if we build a great dynasty with players coming through La Masia, Barcelona getting financially stronger, I pray that Flick in the end stays with us for 5 to 6 years and dominant ones. To me, in my opinion, this front three that we have right now is just the beginning. Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Raphinha represents a versatile, dynamic attacking force that's already paving the way back to European dominance. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.